From the Steel City of Pittsburgh comes our live telecast. Thanks for joining us. Well, we've had quite a year so far with some incredible individual performances, and we're just about ready to get this one started as the Colts square off against the Steelers. They're lined up for the kickoff, so let's get this game started. Johnson is just about ready to kick this one away. This one is handled by number 26. Number 26 is able to get it to the 21-yard line. So we have first and 10 here.
At the 21-yard line. First and 10.
The Colts line up at a 4-3. With the carry, Carpenter is there for the tackle at the 26-yard line.
Now they got to keep going at it. They can get that defense tired and on its heels. These games will get longer and bigger as the game goes on.
Gain of a handful. It's second down and 5 to go.
On the 26-yard line.
Here we go. There we go.
The Colts with a four-man front.
Blue down, blue down. All right, let's go.
Pressure, fires this one deep. He's there for the catch. That was a good adjustment by the receiver as he reads the man coverage and finds open space.
The thing with these option routes is everyone has to make their read quickly and make their adjustments quickly. Running option routes and running them effectively takes a lot of repetition and practice.
Watch out. Watch the snap down.
The Colts line up at a 4-3. Tosses it out to the right, keeping him at bay. Hunter comes up to make the play at the 38-yard line.
The defense came up and stopped him right in his tracks. That's just the kind of thing that the defensive coordinator loves to see.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
What's the hard count?
Indianapolis looks like they're playing the pass as they're lined up in the dime. With the throw, complete to the wide receiver. This one will be spotted at the 11-yard line. He brings it in for a big gain.
Almost every wide receiver gets better at running routes as they get older, and this guy's no exception.
They're 11 yards away from the end zone.
Let's go now. Hey, watch the screen.
The Colts line up in a 4-3. Looks to the end zone. Gets his hand on it. Tried going for the end zone on first down, but couldn't get it in there.
Second and 10. Ball on the 11-yard line.
Stay soft, man. Keep the throttle down.
Only one man back. Closing in.
You got to give a lot of credit to this defensive line. They got a good push in the middle, and he was right there to bring him down.
They're looking now at third and long after the center.
Get it up. Let's go.
The Colts line up in the quarter defense. Under pressure, soft lob to the end zone. He couldn't control it. Good call by the defense as they set the corner on a blitz.
He just had too much pressure in his face to see anything, and he threw one out there. Lucky for him, it wasn't picked off.
Here we go. This will take the lead. Veteran kicks it through. And they come away with a field goal on their first drive of the game.
They established some things on offense, and they got 3 points out of it. I'm thinking that we're going to see a lot more points out of them before this one's over.
Washington looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off.
Collins back to return.
This one is taken by Collins. Indianapolis trying to push this one all the way down the field for the lead. Ball on their own 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Let's go. On the team.
Only one man back. Throws it. Lincoln is there for the tackle at the 28. He took what he was given, completing the pass.
Yeah, what you want to do as a receiver who's facing zone coverage is to break into the secondary, find a hole, settle down, and show the quarterback your numbers. That was a good job.
28-yard line.
Stay both left. You can't stop me.
Gets the call. Nice play fake. With the throw, short completion, hitting his wide receiver to the left. Hicks didn't have much room to do anything with that one.
Yeah, they had the coverage, and they made the sure play instead of trying something fancy, like going for the pick.
3rd and 5. Ball on the 25-yard line.
One back. Defense, get ready.
The Steelers come out with one linebacker and several defensive backs. They jumped early and got flagged. So he's called for encroachment.
Yeah, he jumped early and touched an offensive player, and that forces the officials to blow the whistle.
Ball on their own 30.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
The Steelers come out in a nickel package. Fakes the handoff. Launches it deep to the left. Drops the interception. Good defense that time, and it saves them from giving up a big play.
On the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line.
So we gonna take it. Turn it up now. They're coming to rep.
On the carry. Nice play fake. With the throw, it's batted away.
He needs to do a better job putting the pass on the spot where only his guy can get it. Those tip passes can turn into interceptions pretty easily.
Collins was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
3rd and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Don't make a play.
The Colts line up in a 5-receiver set this time. Good defense again as they tip away yet another throw.
The intended receiver on the play.
Number 26 sets up, waiting for the punt. He's waving for the fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 31-yard line.
Ball on their own 31.
31-yard line. 1st and 10.
Only one man in the backfield. Punt with a man in motion. With a counter play. Refuses to go down. Carpenter is there on the stop at the 35.
As a coach, you need to make sure that you establish your running game as a weapon that can hurt the other team.
So that's a gain of about 5. Ball on their own 35.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Carson, the lone setback. They give it to the halfback. Ross comes up to make the play at the 39-yard line.
One thing these guys don't want to do is give up in a running game, because if they do that, they become one-dimensional, and that plays right into the defense's hands.
3rd and
So a
2.
pickup of maybe 3.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
All day, baby. Come on.
The Colts with a 4-man front. Hunt sends a man in motion.
What screen?
Hand it off. Carson tackles him, but not before the first down is reached. He picked up the first on that carry. Ball on their own 41.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
shoot. Hey, let's go, 1-3.
Indianapolis comes out in a 4-3. Toss play to the right. Miller comes up to make the play at the 42-yard line.
The defense is trying to shut down the running game early to force him to pass. We'll have to see if it works and causes him to give up on it here in the first half.
2nd and 9 coming up here.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Will.
Carson, the lone back. Dropping back. Throwing. He hits his receiver. Miller makes the play at the 50-yard line. Morrison makes the catch but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackle.
3rd and 1. Ball on the 50-yard line.
Hunt with split backs.
Keep moving. Come on. Get over there, stop the run.
Looking upfield.
Let's go, boys.
Great fake. Gets rid of it. Carson comes up to make the play at the 33. They convert for the first down on that throw.
And they ran the perfect play to get those couple of yards.
1st and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Let's go, B. Let's go.
Indianapolis comes out in their nickel package. Gets the toss to the left. Stiff arms the defender to the ground. Carpenter makes the play at the 27. Carson running hard, going right through the arm tackles. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Play hard as that.
Indianapolis comes out in a 4-3. Dropping back. Steps up into the pocket. Throws it. And he makes the grab. Miller is there for the tackle at the 3-yard line. It's 1st and goal at the 3.
Let's go. Deuce it.
Their last red zone trip resulted in a field goal.
Watch out. Clear.
Hand it off. Touchdown.
Now, this is exactly how to get the ball in the end zone. Just get in behind the center and guard and keep pushing and pushing until they're putting up 6 points on the board.
The extra point attempt is good.
Big players make big plays, and that scores touchdowns. Give some credit to the linemen out there. They're the biggest guys on the field, and without them, no one gets into the end zone.
Washington is back and ready to put this one in the air.
Back to return.
He got all of that one. This one is fielded by Collins. The defense did a very good job against them the last time they had possession, forcing a punt. Hunt is back in there after getting taken out with an injury earlier.
Hey, watch the screen. Let's turn it up, D. Come on. Here I go. Let's go.
Hand off to the tailback. Setting up play action. Gets rid of it. Complete to the wide receiver. John, he's proven he's a consistent target.
Yeah, especially in situations where they're looking to get first down yardage.
First and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Hey, watch the ball. Left,
Jefferson, the lone back. Collins comes in motion.
I'm coming through, baby.
Pressure coming. Throwing on the run. Nearly intercepted. He was in the right place at the right time, and that saved them from giving up a lot of yardage.
Second and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Nothing. They don't get nothing.
The Steelers line up in a 4-3.
It's on. Hey, watch that screen.
They'll bring the blitz. With the pass. The pass falls incomplete. This defense, John, knows how to create a lot of pressure.
Putting pressure on the quarterback can disrupt passing, but pressuring the receivers can do the same thing. If you can play physically on the outside, bump them off their routes, hold them up at the line, you can take away his receiving option, forcing him to just get rid of it.
Get it up. Let's go. Keep the throttle down.
The Steelers come out with one linebacker and several defensive backs. With the throw, almost intercepted.
That was a good play, turned bad play. Good because their zone defense worked well, bad because he dropped the interception. That's one he wishes he could have back.
Johnson will come in now to punt it away. Number 26, back to return. He signals for a fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 30-yard line.
Ball on their own 30.
Start the drive at the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Do some.
The Colts line up in a 4-3. Carpenter comes up to make the play. And he was able to create a lot of space on that run, John.
Well, it started with some good blocking. And when he got through there, he turned upfield, and they weren't in position to tackle him.
Ball on their own 43.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, you gotta have it.
The Colts come out in a nickel package. Throws it. Jumps up, and he has it. Gross is there on the stop at the 49-yard line.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 93.
This one goes against the defender.
Both the offensive and the defensive player have a right to go for the ball there. But it looks as though the defender just decided to tackle the receiver rather than play in the pass.
First and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line.
They ain't got nothing. All day, baby.
The Steelers line up in a 5-receiver set this time. Gets rid of it. Screen to the receiver. Ross is there for the tackle at the 46-yard line.
The screen is basically a misdirection play. You get the defense pursuing the quarterback, then he just tosses it over and hopes the receiver can find some running room.
Gross returns after spending time on the sideline with an injury.
Let's go one deep. Here we go.
Carson lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Hunter comes up to make the play.
On the run.
It's important to pound the defense with a run. Sooner or later, they're going to bend.
Looking to convert on third down, they have to get it to the 42. Out of the shotgun.
Give me ball. Nothing. They don't get
Throws it. It's batted away.
Great position and great reaction made that play happen.
Ross with the coverage. Number 11 is ready to punt this one away. Collins lines up deep for the punt return. Won't take a chance trying to return this one. First and 10.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Keep it up. Watch each other back.
Out of the I formation.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
A little misdirection. Number 26 comes up to make the play at the 33. A powerful run to get the first.
When you got a free man coming at you, sometimes the best thing to do is put your shoulders down and take them head on.
Pittsburgh has jumped out to an early lead as the first quarter comes to a close with the score 10-0. And we're ready to start the second quarter. So they have 1st and 10 here.
On the 33-yard line.
All on us, y'all. Let's go.
The Steelers come out in a 4-3.
Let's go.
With the throw, and it's complete. Reese comes up to make the play at the 42.
A successful offense is one that can run and throw for good yardage on first down.
Gain of 9 on the play. Ball on their own 42.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
The Steelers line up in a 4-3. Dropped in the backfield for a short loss. Good play by the linebacker to get into the backfield and stop the play for no gain.
I'll tell you, that comes from watching a lot of film and knowing the tendencies of the opponent. That was a heck of a play.
3rd and 2 coming up here.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
The backs are lined up in an I. Gets the pass off. Almost picked off. Good timing getting in between the ball and the receiver to save what would have been a big gain. Johnson comes into the game for the punt. Number 26 looks like he's ready for the return. They'll spot this one where it went out. Ball on their own 32.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
What screen?
Indianapolis lines up in a 4-3.
Here we come.
Hand it off to the back. Hayden is there for the tackle at the 37. Carson picks up some tough yards there.
Second and 6. Ball on the 37-yard line.
We turning it up.
Indianapolis using 3 linebackers. Carpenter is there on the stop at the 43. Running back finds his way into the open field and picks up the first down.
And what happened was they missed him with the blitz. And when they did that, there were no linebackers to converge, and that's how he got by the first down
First
mark.
and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line.
It's on. Watch it.
Indianapolis doesn't appear to have enough speed on the field to match up against these 5 wideouts. Can't complete that short pass, and it's second down.
Receiver on the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 43-yard line.
Right there. There we go, baby. Rock and roll.
Indianapolis comes out in their nickel package. Hayden is there for the tackle at the 49. Carson finds some room after taking the handoff, and it looks like about a 5-yard pickup. Third and 5 coming up.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Indianapolis lines up in a 4-3. Gets the call. Fakes the handoff. With the pass. Ooh, that's a great catch. This one will be spotted at the 43. He got in there and made the tackle, his 4th of the game.
Get it up. Hey, score. Tackle. Got the snap down.
Simpson comes in motion.
Here we go. Hold the
A little misdirection. Bradley comes up to make the play. At the 42, he tried to pick his way through the middle, but there was no room.
Yeah, he was looking for a hole or a gap, but the defensive line sealed everything up.
It's second down and 9 to go.
Let's go now. On the 10.
The Colts with a 4-man front.
Hey, let's go.
Pressure, throwing. Back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
No gain on the play.
Third and 9.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
All day, baby. Come on.
Indianapolis comes out in their nickel package. Closing in, throws it, it's broken up.
He decided to try and pass it, but he was taking so much heat that it just kind of wobbled out of there.
Number 11 would like to place this one inside the 10. And so the punt goes out of bounds.
This is where you want to respond quickly, or this could turn into a battle for field position.
Ball on their own 5.
Ball on the 5-yard line.
Be careful.
Jefferson, the lone back. Smith, the man in motion. With a counterplay, pulls him over. Lincoln comes up to make the play. At the 6-yard line, Jefferson gets the call on the counter. Short gain, about a yard. Second and 9.
Ball on the 6-yard line.
Watch out.
The Steelers come out in the 4-3. Reese is there for the tackle at the 4. He's trying to find some room in the middle, but there was no place to go.
I'll tell you what happened. The defense was coming with a lot of guys in a run blitz, and the hole that play was supposed to go through was filled with defenders.
They'll be faced with a long 3rd down play here. The Steelers lined up in the quarter defense. So we should see the punter after they fail to convert on 3rd down. Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here. From the 39-yard line.
36-yard line. Return for a gain of 1 yard. The Steelers will start the drive at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Indianapolis doesn't appear to have enough speed on the field to match up against these 5 wideouts. Gets rid of it. This pass is incomplete. And it will be an interference call on that play. The
On the
only question
offense,
was it
number
defender
83,
or the receiver.
still first
You don't
down.
see that call very often.
Now, both players have the right to catch a ball. In this case, the receiver just tried to exert that right a little too strongly.
47-yard line.
Yeah, you see. Keep it up. Hold the look.
The Colts come out with 3 down linemen and 7 defensive backs. Long throw. Ooh, nearly picked off. He deflected it just in time to avert the completion.
Second and long. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Out of the shotgun. Dropping back. Gets the pass off. And it's complete. Miller is there for the tackle at the 34-yard line. The 27-yard line is the spot they'll have to get it to convert on this 3rd down play.
Good shoot.
The offense has been stepping it up on third down all day.
Let's go.
On the ground.
Hey, let's go.
Fakes the handoff. Under pressure with the throw. Picked off.
I tell you, you don't get a whole lot easier than that. He was right there. The quarterback makes a bad throw, and he brings it in for an interception.
The offense gets ready to go following the interception.
37-yard line.
Let's go, boy.
They line up in the I formation. Going to the left. Breaks the tackle. And he just got level.
When your offensive line is getting a good push up front, it's a lot easier to pick up yardage on the ground.
Ball on their own 46.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
The Steelers with a four-man front. Handoff to the tailback. This one will be spotted at the 46-yard line. That's his third tackle of the contest. So he gets about 5 yards and the first.
Nothing fancy either. He just goes right at the defense to move those chains.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Watch your eyes. They ain't got nothing. Yeah, let's go, baby. On the chin.
Out of the shotgun. Going to the air on first down. Incomplete pass. Collins was the intended receiver on that play.
Collins, the intended receiver on the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
All on us, y'all. Knock him out.
Only one man in the backfield. Throws it. This pass is incomplete. And they were each jockeying for position while that one was in the air. Let's get the call.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 46.
Porter got there a little too early.
Yeah, those guys were having a battle all the way down the field.
First and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line.
Hey, let's go one deep.
The Steelers with a four-man front. Edwards goes in motion.
Don't make a play.
Looking to run it here. Miller comes up to make the play.
The ball carrier.
Right now, they need to keep going at the defense with a run. Sooner or later, they'll be able to break one for a big gain.
3 minutes remaining in the
Ball
quarter.
on the 32-yard line.
We like to crack the rules. Here we go.
Handoff to the tailback. Fakes the handoff. Throws it. This pass is incomplete. Edwards was his intended
The
target.
intended receiver on the play. Third
As they
and
get
8.
ready for this third down
Ball
play,
on the
we'll take a look at
32-yard
how
line.
they've done today.
Stay deeper than deepest. Let's turn it up, D. Defense, get ready.
Here they come. Incomplete.
They did a nice job up front with their bull rushes and rips and stunts, forcing adjustments along the offensive line. They have to do a better job getting off the ball and controlling the line of scrimmage. They're going to have a tough time whenever they drop back to throw.
Johnson will come in now to punt it away. Number 26 into return. Fair catch called for.
Touchback.
Ball on their own 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's run.
Indianapolis lines up in a 4-3. Great fake with the pass. Drops the interception. Peters was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
Intended receiver on the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Hey, get it out.
Indianapolis using 3 linebackers.
Keep moving.
Little misdirection. Carson is there for the
The ball
tackle.
carrier.
So after that run, we can see how the two main threats on the ground have fared so far. Almost at the 2-minute mark
Ball
now.
on the 23-yard line.
From the start.
Out of the shotgun. Pressure coming. Unleashes the deep ball. Nearly intercepted. Close to a big play by the defense.
And it probably should have been a big play. He had perfect position to get the interception. He just dropped it.
Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt. And he chooses not to return this one.
Fair catch made at the 37-yard line. The
2-minute
Colts
warning
will
coming
start
up.
the drive at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go.
The Steelers come out in a nickel package.
Here we go, baby. Rock and roll.
Pass play here on 1st down. Gets the pass off. Right on target to the wide receiver.
Maynard.
Any first down play needs to yield some kind of yard. You don't want 2nd and long too many times.
Gain of 3. So 2 minutes left before halftime.
40-yard line.
On the 10. Here we go. Here we come.
Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Laid it up a little too softly that time.
Smith, the intended receiver on the play. Third and 7. Ball on the 40-yard line.
All game, baby. Come on. Hold the look. Get it started.
The Colts line up in a 5-receiver set this time. He was tipped.
He has a knack for making a big play. There was another one right there.
Collins was the intended receiver on that play. Johnson is ready to punt this one away. Number 26 sets up to run back the punt. This one goes out of bounds. Ball on their own 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Here we go, baby.
Indianapolis comes out in their nickel package.
Here we go, baby.
They'll pass on 1st down. Throwing. The defense has it. The alert cornerback gets the interception.
He has a way of becoming a receiver. He just shadows so well.
The offense gets ready to go following the interception. They line up in the I formation. Hand off to the tailback. Harris comes up to make the play at the 28-yard line.
I like to hurry up here. It's a change of pace, and it's a way to get the defense uncomfortable.
The rush is on. Pressure. He goes down.
In the zone, there's going to be gaps between the defenders, and that's where the ball has to go. At that time, it wasn't there. Here's a no-huddle. It's a good way to keep the defense off balance.
With the throw, Porter takes him down before he can get the first. The completion does not net enough for the 1st down, so it looks like they'll send in their field goal unit. They'll bring the deficit to within a touchdown if they can make this field goal. The veteran connecting for the field goal. Following the field goal, the score is 10-3, Steelers. Johnson is just about ready to kick this one away. From the 2-yard line. Their defense looking for a second straight interception. First and 10.
Will start the drive at the 31-yard line. First and 10.
Play football. No more.
From the gun. Dropping back to pass on first down. Gets rid of it, and it's complete. Carson comes up to make the play at the 41-yard line. Nice call going to the air, and that'll move the chains. Pittsburgh kills the clock with that timeout. About a minute left. Just over a minute still to go.
Stay soft, man. Keep it up. Wait a minute. Let's go, D. Let's go. I can do it, man. Do something. Do something.
Going to the air on first down. Deep throw. It was tipped.
There's not one wide receiver who can ever claim he's never dropped a pass. It's just part of the game.
Second and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
You gotta believe it. It's RJ. Clear.
Hunt scans the defense from the gun. Simpson in motion.
Here we go.
Gets rid of it. The wide receiver has it. They'll spot this one at the 46-yard line. It's 3 tackles so far for him today. Peter with a decent 6-yard gain. Ball on their own 46.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Watch each other back.
Hunt back in the shotgun. Drops back with the pass. And it's caught. Can't draw it up any better than that. Textbook first down.
First and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line.
There we go. It's on.
Indianapolis comes out in their nickel package. Fires this one deep. He's there. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. They picked up the blitz perfectly, John, and go in for the score.
And that's a risk you take by bringing extra guys at the quarterback. If you don't get there in time, then he's going to have some favorable matchups down the field. And that one, they were able to exploit one of those matchups and get it into the end zone.
Washington comes in to attempt the point after. The point after is good. Excellent possession there, John, capped off by the touchdown. And right now they've given themselves a little room for error.
They're moving the ball out there pretty easily. Every time I see these guys play, I'm very impressed by the players they have, especially on offense. But the thing that impresses me most is the coaching staff. They're always very well prepared. They do a good job of calling plays, and the plays that are designed to take advantage of the other team's weaknesses.
Going with the squib kick. This one is handled by Collins. It appears they've gotten someone for holding on the play.
Holding on the receiving team. Number 46.
The team has to show discipline and execute properly out there. If they don't, they'll find it's much harder to overcome the other team and get a win.
First and 10.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Be physical. Let's go, man. Let's go, y'all. There we go, D. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Gets the call. Number 39 is there on the stop at the 27-yard line.
When you run the ball in the first half, you're trying to keep the defense honest. But if you're only getting gains like that in the second half, then it puts more pressure on your passing game.
And this should be the last play of the half.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
So we gonna take it.
So after the first 2 quarters of play, the score is 17-3. Steelers.
17. The Colts 3. We're ready to begin the third quarter of play.
Washington comes in to kick off.
To start the second half. Collins back deep to return.
This one is handled by Collins.
If they want to make this a game, they have to buckle down, avoid mistakes, and work hard to dig themselves out of this hole.
Ball on their own 20.
Will start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
The defense lines up in the nickel. Gets the pass off. Almost intercepted. Nelson had his hands on it.
I think he was invisible out there. Wasn't even seen. And that's a break for the offense.
Thomas has had some trouble moving the ball through the air so far. So let's turn to the chart for the story. The Steelers come out in a 4-3. The rush is on. Throwing. He hits his receiver. Porter is there for the tackle at the 23-yard line. Not a whole lot on that one.
That's what bringing a blitz will do. It'll force you to make the throw before you want to. They're just lucky he didn't throw it to the other team.
Third and 7 coming up here.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Don't stop that motor.
I think this defense looks forward to these third down situations because they've been stopping them today.
With the throw. Incomplete pass. Indianapolis comes up empty on another third down attempt. Their 8th such failure. Johnson comes into the game for the punt. Number 26 is the deep return man. Won't take a chance trying to return this one.
Gets made at the 37-yard line. The Steelers will start the drive at the 37-yard line. First and 10.
Let's go.
Indianapolis lines up in a 4-3. Throwing. Ross is there for the tackle at the 33-yard line.
He's one of the most dangerous receivers. Like to get the ball in his hands because he can break a long one at any time.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
The Colts come out in a nickel package.
Blue game.
A little misdirection. Pulls the ball. Gross is there on the stop. Carson runs it for about 3 on the counter play. So let's take a look at how this back compares to the opposition. Second and 6.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Let's do our thing. All right, now.
Looking upfield. Nice play fake. Launching this one deep down the middle. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Veteran is able to come down with a pass in the end zone.
This is what good, experienced receivers do. They excel when they're given the opportunity to make big plays.
Washington comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good. Good drive to start the third quarter, John.
The coaching staff made some good adjustments in the locker room. They came out moving the ball well. Now the defense has to make their adjustments to keep these guys in check.
Pittsburgh is lined up for the kickoff. Collins back deep.
Good distance. This one is fielded by Collins. The Colts need to rebound quickly as they start this drive at the 18. First and 10.
At the 18-yard line. First and 10.
The Steelers with a four-man front. Gives the ball off. Douglas is there for the tackle at the 21-yard line. Jefferson rumbles forward for a gain of 4. It's second down and 7 to go.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
What's the hard count?
The Steelers line up in a 4-3. With the throw, almost picked off. Lincoln had his hands on it.
He's a pretty good cover linebacker. He can run with most guys, and he gets good position. Then he reads the pass, and he makes his move. But he'll drop a few like that one.
3rd and 7. Ball on the 21-yard line.
We're talking about Will.
The offense has had trouble moving the sticks on 3rd down so far. Launches it deep to the left. What a catch. They're going to spot this one at the 49-yard line. And that's now 3 tackles for him in this game. The defense blitzes the corner, but the quarterback got rid of it quickly for a completion and a first down.
That was a great play because he saw him coming, remained calm, and threw an accurate pass.
Out of the I formation. Fakes the handoff. Throwing. And the catch is made. Number 39 is there for this tackle at the 14. They throw it and pick up a second consecutive first down.
Well, when you start to establish something, you want to keep it going until the defense finds a way to stop you.
First and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line.
From the start. Play football.
They weren't able to get into the red zone once in the first half, but here they are in the third, inside the 20. Hand it off to the back. Number 94 comes up to make the play at the 9-yard line. Jefferson with a nice burst through the middle at time. 5-yard pickup. This drive 9 yards away from a touchdown.
9-yard line.
Only one man back. They're blitzing. Closing in. Gets the pass off. Porter has coverage on the play.
Hicks, the intended receiver on the play. Third and 5. Ball on the 9-yard line.
Bring it up.
This team has to start converting on 3rd down if they're going to be successful.
Floats one into the end zone. Indianapolis comes up short on 3rd down, and that's been the recurring theme here today.
They're just not getting into good 3rd down situations, which means that they have problems on 1st and 2nd down.
He shouldn't have any problems with this attempt. Stewart, he's good for the second time with that kick.
The key to winning is having your drives get some sort of points for your team. They got it done on that drive, but I'm sure they're thinking touchdown for their next one.
Johnson looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off.
Number 26, back to return.
Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return. From the 5.
The most important thing to do now is to protect the football. You got a good lead, and you don't want to throw it away by making any costly mistakes.
First and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line.
Indianapolis comes out in a 4-3 defense and they might have some unfavorable matchups against this 5-receiver set. With the throw, ooh, nearly picked off. Parson was the intended recipient on that short throw. Miller was there on the coverage.
Second and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line.
Let's go, boy.
The Colts come out in a 4-3.
Let's go.
He tucks it away. Play action. Gets rid of it. Cross is there for the tackle. With that pace, it closes in on 300 yards. Ball on their own 39.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Hold the look.
The Colts with a 4-man front. Hands it off. Bradley comes up to make the play. Nothing doing that time, John, as the linebacker gets there quickly.
He's one of those guys who's a sure tackler. He'll move up and play physically at the line, come on a blitz, and play the run just about as well as anyone on the defense.
Ball on their own 39.
39-yard line.
Nothing. They don't get nothing.
The Colts come out in a 4-3. Midfield, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, and he gets all the way in for the score.
This back loves to hit the defenders when they come close in for the tackle. He sees the hit coming, lowers his shoulder, and then boom, the defender's left lying there in his back.
Washington comes in to attempt the point after. The point after is good.
Scoring a touchdown not only puts points on the board, it sends a message to the other team that if you execute properly, they won't be able to stop you. And they say 90% of the game is half mental.
Pittsburgh is lined up for the kickoff. Collins back to return.
And he got all of that one, a great kick. This one is handled by Collins. Just about ready for the first play of this drive. They were able to pick up a field goal on their last drive. Ball on their own 20.
Start the drive at the 20-yard line. First and 10.
That's coming through, baby.
The backs are lined up in an I.
Here we come.
Hand it off. Douglas is there for the tackle at the 26.
A successful running attack requires good blocking up front to be effective.
Ball on their own 26.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
What's the hard count? Here I go.
The Steelers with a 4-man front.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
They're blitzing with the throw. Number 39 is there on the stop. And it's good for a first down. Ball on their own 42.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
You can't stop me. Let's go.
Smith in motion.
Lucky. Don't stop. Don't stop that motor. Hey, watch that screen. Don't make me play.
Throws it. Someone gets a hand up and it drops to the ground.
I'll tell you, that's exactly what you're supposed to do if you don't reach a quarterback. Get your hands up and cause an incomplete pass.
Second and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Hey.
The Steelers with a 4-man front.
All right, now.
Hunts gets rid of it. He was tipped.
He has to do a better job of looking off the coverage before he makes a throw like that.
Forrest was his intended target.
Third and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
What screen? Contain them.
Thomas looking to pass, lines up with 5 wide receivers. Drops back with the pass. Short completion, hitting his wide receiver to the left. Great defensive effort to keep them from getting close to the sticks.
Well, there aren't too many plays in the playbook for 3rd and a mile. You got to try something other than a short route.
Johnson will come in now to punt it away. Number 26 is back to receive this kick. And so the punt goes out of bounds. Ball on their own 34. The backs are lined up in an I. Morrison goes in motion. A little misdirection. Hunter comes up to make the play at the 34. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point. Ball on their own 34.
On the 34-yard line.
Play football. All right, let's go.
The Colts with a 4-man front. Gross stops him at the 34-yard line.
The defense made that play stretch further than the runner wanted to make it.
Third and 10 coming up.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
The Colts come out in a nickel package. Throwing. Broken up.
It's very hard to be successful if you can't convert on 3rd down. And it's very hard to convert on 3rd down if your guys can't find a way to hang on to the ball.
Number 11 is ready to punt this one away. Collins back to return. He's waving for the fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 26-yard line.
Ball on their own 26.
Ball on the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Be physical. Will.
Jefferson, the lone setback. Ferris is there on the stop.
The running game's not been a factor all day.
Second and 13. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, watch that screen. Let's go, D. Here we come. Gotta have it, D.
Gets the pass off. Broken up.
And that's just the kind of play they've come to expect from him. He always seems to make the big play just when they need him to.
Smith was the intended receiver on that play.
Third and 13. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Let them dump it on.
A lot of speed on the field for the defense as they line up in the quarter. Looking for something long. And he can't hold it in. So they don't get the completion, and the defense got a little lucky there. Nothing happening on that drive, and they'll punt it away. From the 42-yard line.
34-yard punt. Return for a gain of 1 yard.
First and 10.
At the 44-yard line. First and 10.
Indianapolis comes out in a 4-3. Hand off to the tailback. Ball is there for the tackle at the 48-yard
On the
line.
offense, number 25, still 1st down.
First down and a long way to go following that penalty.
Blue jam, blue jam.
They're trying to spread out the defense with 5 wide receivers. Gets the pass off. Hunter comes up to make the play. At the 44-yard line, he's really carving up this defense. He's now over 300 yards passing. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Don't make a play.
Hunt will work out of the shotgun. Pass play here on first down. Throwing. Incomplete. Carson gets to him just as the ball arrives and he knocks it loose.
He played that well. You know, it looked like he knew exactly where that route was going.
Second and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Knock him out. Run again.
Indianapolis goes with a 4-man front. They give it to the halfback. Hayden is there on the stop at the 40. And now our viewers can see how successful each team's main running threat has been today. Third down. They have to get it to the 34-yard line for a first. Indianapolis comes out in their nickel package. Going to the right. Young is there for the tackle at the 44. Pittsburgh fails once again to get the first down, and that's 7 times.
Yeah, and that's huge for the defense to keep stepping up on third down like that. They're a solid group of guys who make key stops.
So as we get set for the punt, let's take a look at our returners' stats. Number 11 is trying to pin their offense inside the 5. He signals for a fair catch.
Touchback.
Ball on their own 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Defense, get ready.
Jefferson in the backfield. Looking for room. Big tackle. He puts everything into that stiff. Short game, big hit by the defensive end. Ball on their own 23.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Come on. Let's go. Be good.
The Steelers come out in a nickel package. So we've reached the end of the third quarter with the Steelers ahead of the Colts 31-6. The Colts, who are just about dead in this one, have the ball as we start the final quarter. Ball on their own 23.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Let us dictate. Hey, let's go one deep. Let's go.
Fires this one deep. Incomplete as the defender knocks it away.
All he can do is look at his hands and wonder what the heck happened.
Third and 7. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Under pressure, gets the pass off. The pass falls incomplete.
The defense dug in their cleats and held their ground on that series of downs.
Johnson comes into the game for the punt. Number 26 lines up deep for the punt return. And he chooses not to return this one.
Fair catch made at the 36-yard line. The
Ball on their own
Steelers will
36.
start the drive at the 36-yard line. First and 10.
Indianapolis comes out in their nickel package.
Not today.
The pass on first down. Going for the deep man. It's batted away.
The quarterback did a great job of getting some air under that pass. hitting his guy right in the hand. It just looked like he might have lost a little focus as he tried to bring that pass in.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line.
We turning it up. Keep it up.
The Colts line up in a 4-3. For the counterplay. Nice move. Carson is there for the tackle at the 45. He's been a major factor in the game plan and now has over 125 yards rushing. 3rd and 1 coming up on this play.
45-yard line.
The Colts come out in a 4-3. Put this one in the air, trying to convert. Pressure coming. Fires this one deep. Incomplete pass.
When you talk about ball control and time of possession, that's not what you want to see.
Number 11 will come in now to punt it away. Collins looks like he's ready for the return. Fair catch.
This is one of those situations where they're playing for respect. The game really hasn't gone the way they thought it would, but they have a lot of pride in their team. And I'd expect to see them keep fighting till that final whistle.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
Hey, watch that screen.
The Steelers come out in a nickel package. Stiff arms the defender to the ground. Big hit on the ball carrier.
Hey, if you can keep running the ball in the 4th quarter as you're playing catch-up, that's an advantage that you have over the defense because it keeps them off balance.
One more, fella. All right, let's go. Get it going. On the 10. Get me going.
Hands it off. Lincoln is there on the stop. Jefferson battles his way forward for what appears to be a 2-yard pickup. Ball on their own 27.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Defense, get ready. What's the word? Let's go.
The Steelers line up in a 4-3. Going deep. Drops the interception.
What the defense is doing is they're watching the quarterback's eyes. They're fluent. They're in position so that whatever happens, the ball is in front of them. And that time, it almost got him an interception.
3rd and 8. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Bring it up. All right, now. Here we go.
Pressure and set.
That was just a big-time play by the defense. They got low on the defensive line, they pushed the pocket, and they were right there to bring him down.
Number 26 will go back to accept this punt. From the 45.
34-yard punt. Return for a gain of 1 yard.
Ball on their own 46.
At the 46-yard line. 1st and 10.
Indianapolis lines up in a 4-3. They'll go with a play fake. Closing in, looking for something long. Nearly intercepted. He goes deep downfield and is lucky it's not picked off.
That's one of those times when you see a guy make a great play in the ball, but not come up with a catch.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
The Colts come out in a 4-3.
Here we go, baby.
For the counterplay. The defender goes down. Ross is there on the stop at the 37-yard line.
Some of these guys are like a train. They lower their head, keep their legs moving, and charges straight ahead. Sometimes he'll even drag a defender 10 yards before he'll start slowing down.
First and
Ball
10.
on the 37-yard line.
Indianapolis lines up in a 4-3. Bradley comes up to make the play. No gain on that play as the linebacker slipped in almost unnoticed.
Yeah, he did a great job getting in there. He was looking for the run before they even snapped the ball.
Second and 11. Ball on the 38-yard line.
The Colts line up in a 4-3. Hand it off. Keeps his feet moving. Hunter is there on the stop at the 30. 8-yard gain.
Of 8 on the play.
27-yard line is the spot they'll have to get it to convert on this third down play.
Don't make the play.
The Colts with a 4-man front. Hand it off to the back. Number 92 makes the stop before the first down is reached. Fourth down upcoming as they opt to run the ball to keep the clock moving.
That's a smart call. The last thing you want to do in this kind of situation is to force some kind of throw that will give them the ball back. Keeping the clock moving was their best option there.
Washington will come in looking to try the field goal. The kick sails through. It's good. The Steelers pour it on with another score.
Pittsburgh is lined up for the kickoff. Collins back deep to return.
This one is handled by Collins.
It sure doesn't look like they're going to be able to come back in this one. But it's an issue of pride. They want to prove that they're better than they've played so far.
The Colts will start the drive at the 19-yard line. First and 10.
Only one man in the backfield. Smith moves in motion. Going to the air on first down. Throws it. Porter is there on the stop at the 47.
Perfect execution to get this first down. Look at it here. He knows how far they have to move the chains, and he gets it by making the right decision and laying it in there like that.
I'm coming through, baby. Give me some. Let us big time. Hey, watch the screen.
They give it to the halfback. It's a fumble. The Colts pick up the fumble. Close call that time, but they're able to jump back on the ball. Ball on their own 40.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Watch your eyes.
The Steelers come out in a dime package. Under pressure, throwing. Incomplete pass. He was pressured as the defense forced the issue.
Yeah, and that's something the defensive coordinator mentioned in practice this week. Making the quarterback throw the ball before he's ready to throw it.
Third and long. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Come on. Big play now, big play. Hey, watch that screen.
The Steelers come out in a dime package.
They don't get nothing.
Drops back with the pass. He goes up and grabs it. Hicks couldn't make it to the marker, and it brings up fourth down.
Gain on the play.
Fourth and inches.
You gotta believe it. It's all day. Blue down.
They give it to the halfback. Steamrolls the defender. Nelson is there for the tackle at the 41, showing a lot of strength breaking that tackle.
That was a great effort because he avoided taking a big hit and he got a first down out of it.
First and 10.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Get it up. Hey. Let's go.
The Steelers with a four-man front. Hand it off. Miller comes up to make the play at the 40. Jefferson takes it up the middle for a yard or two.
2nd and 9. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Defense, get ready. From the start,
The Steelers come out in a 4-3. Pressure coming with the throw. Pass ball's incomplete, and good pressure forced him to get rid of the pass early.
Any way you look at it, an incomplete pass is a heck of a lot better than throwing it to the other guy.
8th play of this drive.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun. Dropping back. Gets the pass off, and he makes the grab. Porter brings him down before he can reach the marker. Collins stopped just short of the first down marker on that catch. Fourth and maybe 1.
Be strong up front.
Little misdirection. Ferris stops him. Huge run on 4th down.
Yeah, I don't understand what's happening on this drive. The first 3 downs, they contain them. But on 4th down, you can forget about it because they just can't stop these guys on 4th down.
And this is the 10th play of this drive.
On the 30-yard line.
The Steelers come out in a dive package. Throwing. And he fails to hang on to that.
He put the ball exactly where you want to put it.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
Let us dictate. Let's go, D.
The Steelers line up in a 4-3. Throws it. This one falls incomplete. The defense was coming after him on that play.
He knew he didn't have much time, and he decided to get rid of the ball quickly on that one.
Two-minute warning coming up.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen.
Zimmerman, the lone back. Smith, the motion man.
Watch your eyes.
Throwing. In and out of his hands. Plenty of pressure, and he barely gets the pass away.
This defensive coordinator understands that pressure is the key to forcing the offense into making mistakes. If his players keep playing like this, he might be up for a head coaching job pretty soon.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
They don't get nothing. Watch a man.
Not a lot of options here. They have to take a shot and go for it. Dropping back with the throw. This pass is incomplete. Two-minute warning coming up.
On the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Watch screen.
Carson, the lone
Defense, get
back.
ready. Play football. Everything you got.
Hand it off. Bradley is there on the stop at the 39.
He's done a pretty good job running the ball on this one. He's one of those guys that can help set the pace, controlling the clock early, and help you close it down by keeping the clock moving late in the game.
Almost at the 2-minute mark
Ball
now.
on the 39-yard line.
And we've reached the 2-minute mark.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Indianapolis comes out in a 4-3.
Deuce it, deuce it.
Proceeds the handoff. They'll spot this one at the 39-yard line. He laid a good hit on him there and recorded his 8th tackle of the game. Ball on their own 39.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
It's showtime, baby.
The Colts with a 4-man front.
Here we go, baby. All on us, y'all. Hey, watch the ball. Let's go, Lee. Big play, baby. Right here, right now. So we gonna take it. Danny. Here we go.
Hand it off to the fullback. Pate is there for the tackle at the 44-yard line.
That's some good stuff right there. You give it to your back, have him pull straight ahead for good yardage, and you get a new set of downs to work with.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
From the start, from the start. Yeah, let's go, baby.
Carson, the deep back.
Lucky, lucky. Play football. Watch your eyes. Nothing. They don't get nothing. Here I come. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Here we go. Keep moving. Deuce it, deuce it. Check it. Yeah, you
Little misdirection. Pate is there on the
Carson
stop.
on the run.
The blocking
No
just
gain
wasn't there
on
on
the
the
play.
outside.
So it's 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Don't make a play. Hey, watch that screen.
Simpson in motion. Hand it off. Ross comes up to make the play at the 49-yard line.
He's dominated out there in this one. He told me this week at practice that he was going to have a big game, and he's really shown us that big playability.
Ball on their own 49.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Ain't no thing. Defense, get ready.
Hunt sends a man in motion.
He's mine, he's mine.
That'll wrap this one up, and the final score is Pittsburgh 34, Indianapolis 6. This game is presented by the authority of the National Football League and EA Sports. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the expressed written permission of EA Sports is prohibited. This is Al Michaels. Good night.